Here we go. Ready? Last one without kid. Yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you.
I love you too.
Don't hold your piece of
I knew on your mom's birthday.
Really?
I just knew.
Yeah. My mom knew too.
She did?
She called me the other day.
Oh, what'd she say?
We did it!
I know. I knew it was gonna be July. I was like, we need a little bit to. We'll be pregnant in July, and it'll be fine. Oh, you're filming. Aww. Today is August 29th,
2023.
and we're gonna go to the doctor. Maybe we'll see a flicker of a heartbeat. That's what we're hoping for.
Yes, that's the goal.
We've been trying to just kind of be mellow about everything, which I think we've done a good job of. Not got too excited or anything, but I feel pregnant. I feel things moving. I feel tightening and stretching and things like that. So I feel good about it, but I'm not going to hold on to the outcome, you know? Gotta let it go.
No, I'm excited. I'm very positive.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I feel like I say that a lot, but we do. We end up seeing. Look at her back in this wretched room. We're twins.
Just get him out of the way.
What do they call them? Irish twins? This was the first ultrasound we've ever been able to actually take home with us. So we spent the next week just so excited and kind of in bliss over everything. We went down to Encinitas, spent the weekend with our friends and had a family dinner. These are our friends for life. These are our people. And we told a couple of them, and we were just so excited to get to the next ultrasound. Tomorrow we have our second ultrasound, and I am a little nervous, but more excited than anything. Get to see the little one's heartbeat. We saw the heartbeat a week and 2 days ago. It was flickering and it was loud, 132 beats per minute. So hopefully it'll be even stronger tomorrow and even louder. And our vanishing twin that we didn't tell you about yet will be gone.
All right, little one. Your mother and I.
Does that make you cry?
Yeah. We have another doctor's appointment today, and we get to see you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What size are you?
It's supposed to be the size of a raspberry.
Raspberry. We don't know if you're a boy or a girl yet. And
Dad thinks you're a girl.
I think you're a girl. If you're a boy, sorry.
You have a tween.
You have a twin, but
It's not gonna make it.
yeah.
So
we got to go get it checked out today. But
just excited to see you.
yes, and we got a new camera, so we're also testing that out now. And your brother Finn
Brother Finn.
is right here. You're gonna love him, but yeah,
That's it.
that's it. That's all.
We'll update you later with your heartbeat and all that fun stuff.
Classic.
Wait, because I'm doing my makeup.
Classic. I'm ready, and you're not.
And I told you to be ready
Mm-hmm.
by like 9:30. What time is it?
Yep, I'm ready to go. I'm dressed. Oh, you got a nice little croissant?
Yeah. You can share it.
Got a nice little croissant?
I'm nervous.
Oh my gosh. You're short.
The destination is on your right. So we're here real early because I told Michael we needed to leave by 9:30, but he took that as the appointment's at 9:30. And our appointment's not till 10, which is fine. It's in 20 minutes.
You were like ready to go and out the door. I was just following you.
I didn't know what time it was. There is a coffee bean up there.
Yeah.
Now my stomach hurts. I'm nervous.
I just wish that I understood. I don't get it. I don't get why you hear the heartbeat, why it's so strong, and what happens. Like, why can't my body do this? Like, what am I deficient in? What's wrong with my body that it can't keep going? It makes no sense.
Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to film our vlogs or our videos about Airbnb because there's so much going on in our personal lives too. And like our sister, Michael's sister, my sister-in-law is going into emergency surgery right now for an appendicitis. And that doesn't sound major, but she's pregnant. And there's just like so much happening with my family, with Michael's family, like with us. I don't even know what to share or what not to share, but just know that things aren't as beautiful as we post on Instagram. Like, there are real things happening in our lives, our families. There's a lot of pregnancy loss and complications and just so much going on with the younger crew too. Like, it's just been a lot and emotionally taxing. And then on top of that, we have to finish this while we know our sister's in the hospital, but we can't leave this here because we have guests coming this weekend. So there's just a lot of like torn feelings and like anxiousness right now. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that because like Michael's out there digging a hole and he's like so worried about his sister. And you know, it just feels so silly when we're doing this, and there's so much happening with people that we love that you miss out on some things when you're in the middle of a project and you can't be there. One of us could be there. Like, I will tell him if he wants to go, he should go, and I'll stay and finish whatever needs to be finished, like stuff like that. Luckily there are two of us and we can divide and conquer. But physically, I can't do a lot of the same stuff he can, so that's a whole other topic. Anyway, I just figured I'd pop in and like tell you the realities, because it's not always beautiful with lo-fi beats and stuff. Like, we're getting weird phone calls and like family drama and our own stuff. It's just a lot. It has been a wild ride of a year. Just had a second and I figured I would be honest. Feels really silly to even hop on the camera because there's so much happening and so much we haven't shared, and I feel like this just is like a recurring thing on our channel where we're going through like the worst time in our lives and we don't share at all until months later, but like we're in the thick of it right now. And we both have a lot of family stuff happening, which we've kind of shared in the past. If you followed us from the beginning, or if we really, I guess we've talked about it here and there, that we started this channel so that my mom could watch and my aunt could watch, because they're not physically able to be out in the desert with us helping and things like that. My mom has MS and is wheelchair bound and has been since I was in my senior year of high school, and that was in 2007. So it's just been like a slow decline for her, and she's always been the concern. My mom is all here, physically not here. My dad is physically here. And that on top of trying to start a family. And then my sister-in-law has also had issues expanding their family and just had emergency surgery a week or so ago for her appendix needing to be out while she's like 25 weeks pregnant. And in that same week, I found out I was miscarrying. And it's just like, we're angry and depressed and like not showing up authentically. And I hate saying that sentence, because I've always felt like the universe is happening for you and these things happen for you. And like when you're in such a dark place, nothing feels like that. Nothing, everything feels further from that truth. And I didn't feel this way as much I guess technically it was our second loss, our actual like one that we processed and went through. And because we did have an ectopic pregnancy in November of 2021, but my doctor kept trying to negate that and was like, it may have been a cyst, but I had positive pregnancy tests, so that wasn't the case. This is technically our third loss, and the most impactful because we heard a heartbeat, and our doctor was so positive and was like, that is a very strong heartbeat for how far along you are, like this is a good sign, but it's a high-risk pregnancy because I was pregnant with twins. One did not develop fully, but she said it will probably just reabsorb and that will be fine. And we decided to do it naturally, like fully naturally this time. So this says now I'm on my second week of miscarrying, which is like, no one talks about everything that entails. And it is not like 24 hours, 48 hours of this happening. This is like 2 weeks of bleeding and being uncomfortable and not feeling like I can leave the house. And I know there are ways to make things not that way, but I just clearly cannot hold this pregnancy. So I'm not going to put any more chemicals or anything in my body to further make that situation worse. Like, I don't know any answers right now. We're gonna get testing done genetically and figure out what our next steps are. We really don't want to do IVF. I really know I can get pregnant naturally, so that's not my issue. It's keeping the pregnancy that is the issue. We have been knocked down so many times that it's really hard to stay positive. If I'm bouncing all over the place, it's clear there is a lot happening in my mind and heart, so it's hard to keep everything straight. I'm sorry, this is so negative, but this is just where I'm at. Michael had to go to the grocery store because I don't feel comfortable going somewhere because I don't know what's about to happen. The pain and the cramps, and then they dissipate for like a day, and then they'll come back even stronger the next day. It's like crazy. I get people have it worse. I understand that. And it doesn't make it any easier or make you feel any lighter thinking that way. It just makes me more angry that other people are going through bad things too. You guys have seen a lot of really positive things on our channel. You've seen a lot of positives on our Instagram. We shot a pilot this year. We had that come out. There's a lot of really awesome things that have happened for us. I know we've had a lot of support here in that regard, and we're so appreciative. And like, I'm not even crying. I'm just like numb inside. I'm gonna go now because this isn't going anywhere and I have no light or positivity to give you.
So what's up? It is currently present day. Hopping in here currently at the house, checking on it. This is, you'll see in a future episode, but I wanted to talk about the last couple of months. So over the last couple of months, Kristen and I have gone through a lot. It has been not easy. It's been really difficult balancing life recently. I know that you will know what has happened, but I just feel like we have kind of like stopped caring about the Airbnb, the short-term rental, and it really sucks because, you know, this is something that we love so much. And I think the hardest part of the loss for me is that thinking that your entire life is about to change. You know, as a guy, Kristen and I have talked about this, that like, I don't think about birth. She's thinking about birth. What's that gonna be like? What's my body gonna do? I'm external, like it's not my body. I am thinking about what's the next 10, 15 years gonna look like? How is this gonna alter my life, our life? What does this mean for our business? What does this mean for the short-term rental? What does this mean for just everything? So I'm thinking about all those things and I'm prepping myself for all of that change. And then to just have it like one day just like ripped out from underneath you, like is such a mind trip. Like it did definitely over the last couple weeks, Kristen and I finally come out of it, but super depressed. Like never felt depressed in my life before, and that is not fun. Didn't care about our business, didn't care about really the YouTube channel, didn't care about going to see friends, didn't care as much about, you know, started drinking again, which we don't really drink, but it's just like not a fun place to be in. And it's probably something to do with chemicals and hormones and me feeding off Kristen and all that stuff. But yeah, it was just a really dark time for us. And there's stuff happening with Kristen's family too that just adds a lot of weight to it. Yeah, we hope to move forward from this and to grow and to be better prepared for when it happens. Not that we weren't. I know that every parent says that like when it happens, like you'll figure it out. But yeah, there's still so much unfinished stuff that we have to do. And we want to show you guys that like not working on the house, not being here, not paying attention to our listing and trying to get bookings, and like we haven't even posted on our social media in a very long time because it's been not like the house's social media in a very long time because we haven't like thought about it, you know? So that's my goal moving forward, is to make sure we're more consistent, make sure that this is more of a focus. This is something that we love a lot and we love doing. And so for us to have to put this on the back burner and like videos for our channel, we still haven't finished the super secret fun project thing. It's just been a lot. And so like this, luckily the house has had guests here every weekend, but like I haven't had the time to like dive into maybe why we haven't been getting booked. Are our photos right? Changing the description for winter, getting the house prepped for winter. Like we need to get the fireplace checked. So like a lot of that stuff when you're doing life and you have a side business on top of your regular life, that tends to get hurt when life kind of comes at you. And so I think that's definitely what we've experienced over the last couple months. And, you know, we missed last week's episode because we were just, there was so much going on that we couldn't get it edited. And that's, you know, now that we're through that dark period, definitely sucked. I did not like it. I don't wish it upon anybody, but I think the truth of the matter is we've learned how many people it's happening to. So just want you to know that if you're going through something similar, you're not alone. We were so surprised by how many of our family and friends have gone through something similar. It really helped to talk to the people that we care about in our life. And I think that made healing a little bit easier. Just trying to move forward now and keep our head above water. And the house is still great though. Yeah, a lot to look forward to. I don't know what else to say, but appreciate you guys being here for us. I know there's so much love and support in the comments in the last episode where we mentioned that times were a little tough. I think it was the hardest for me knowing that that Kristen was hurting. I think hurt me the most because all I want to see, like my main job is to make her happy and make sure that she's safe and happy. And then there's so many unknowns when that happens to her body that she's just on a roller coaster and there's no way for me to control it. So you know, it's hard for, as a guy, like you just want to be able to be like, okay, here's the fix and this is how we solve it. And that I thought things were going to change and then they didn't. But you can't fix it. Short-term rental's been good. It's been okay. Not great, but we've just been trying to keep our head above water. So no complaints, but nothing to celebrate really. That's the reality of it. I don't know what to tell you guys, but yeah,